Welcome, everyone, and thank you for being here with us today on the 5-day Slimdown Kickstart program. So, hey, just for those who are maybe seeing this for the first time, if you're looking at the recording or if you are finding out about all this information for the first time, let me share just a little bit of basic information with you. All right, everyone. 5-day Slimdown Kickstart program. What is it? How does it work? First of all, it's a 5-day kickstart, but we don't leave it after 5 days. We continue on because we have everything in place for after the first 5 days. But first of all, we've got some product that we strongly recommend to use that will help with gut health. There's the minerals, and it's going to help with eliminating and supporting our weight loss. So those are 5 products that we suggest we marry with the program. And we have a booklet. I have it here with me as well all the time on my desk. And so it's got 32 pages, 31, 32 pages. So it's lots and lots and lots of information in there for you. But where do you find this booklet? It's inside our Facebook group. It's a private Facebook group. So, and then you can have access to this full information inside our Facebook group. But how do you join the Facebook group? You have to reach out to the person that invited you to see this video, or directly to myself or with Heather as well, that is also a co-creator of this program, Heather Billing. And so just reach out, let us know you want to get started. We'll help you to organize your product and also invite you to our Facebook group. So now we started all together with some of you that are here. We started this program this year on the 8th of January this year, 2024. Now, in our first 5 days, we had only a small group of 16 people, and we lost 34 kilos, 75 pounds. So that was pretty exciting to see. So does this work? I think it does, because a lot of people, of course, as I mentioned earlier, they have continued on and they have lost more and more and more, because we have a whole program after the 5-day Slimdown Kickstart. It's called the Slimdown for Life program, and it pretty much works the same, except it's got a extra choices of food, some little extra in that program. So we've got you covered. Join with us and let's help you to really kickstart your weight loss. Topic for today, oh, that's an interesting one. Hey, it's about water, the water power, the crucial role of hydration during your weight loss program. And inside our booklet, there's a little section here about the water, only a little bit here, but we could, oh my goodness, we could talk for hours about how important the water is. So I've just tried to combine a few little information here for you today. So in our booklet, we of course mention that this is crucial to help to eliminate wastes and toxins out of our body. Certainly, it supports our weight loss, and it's so important to be well hydrated, because if we're gonna want to lose some weight, we need to really clean and wash, because we have our shower for outside of our body, and this water that we drink, it's to clean in inside our body, and it is so important. Now, in the booklet, you will see that we recommend to drink 3 liters of water a day. Raise your hand if you do that. Anyone here? Okay, good. 3 liters, that's a lot. Let me just have a little bit and voila. Good, 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 good. 3 liters of water, 3 liters a day. Now, we always see also that they normally recommend to drink 6 to 8 glasses of water. That's more general. But I have to say that the 6 glasses, when they say 6 to 8, the 6 glasses is according that you weigh 50 kilos. Okay, so we need a little bit more, and that's why we put 3 liters, 1 gallon, really, that's what it is. And because if we said 2, then people reduce. So it's better to top it up and have a little bit extra, a little bit more. But really, there's a ratio. It's 35 ml of water per kilo of body weight. So if you want to calculate exactly for yourself what it is that you need to have, but I've got a few calculations here to help. So that means 50 kilos, 1.7 liter, 60 kilos, 2.1, 70 kilo, 2.4, and 80 kilos, 2.8. Okay, so that means really we're just between that, I think pretty much all of us here. So to 2.8, and most men would have to drink like 3 liters or more. So let's just target for the 3 liters. And if we shortfall a little bit, then is no drama. But let's go for the 3 liters. And what Peter does here, he fills up his bottles in the morning. So we just keep our bottles of minerals or our bottles of noni or things like that. And he fills them all up to make up to the 3 liters, and making sure they line up on his desk and making sure that he gets through all of this water. I see Carrie that's agreeing. You do that too, huh? You prepare all your water and you just finish it as the day go. Yeah, exactly. I think that's a good tip, to be able to drink all the water, to have it measured and ready and drink it through the day. Now, doing my little research, I found some bit of information here from Dr. Mendel. He said that 2/3 of our body is made up of water. Okay, that's our brains and heart, 73%. Lungs is 83%. Skin, 64%. Muscle and kidneys, 79%. And also even our bones is 31% water. So really, this is why water is our best friend, and we must drink a lot of water. Now, 6 mistakes that people make sometimes. Number 1 is not having enough salt, because we were brainwashed with that one very much, huh? That salt is no good for you. But good salt is good for you. And good salt will really help to absorb the water. So if we drink all of this water and we have no potassium or no salt in our diet, which people were told not to have, then this water doesn't get absorbed. It gets through and it's sort of wasted. So we must have some good salt. It's very important, which is the pink Himalayan salt and the Celtic salt. These are the 2 that we recommend to have. And so make sure you have salt in your diet, or even take one little rock salt and just put it in your mouth and let it dissolve. And then you can start drinking your water after that. And this is just so perfect to do that. So make sure that that water gets absorbed. Mistake number 2 is to drink too quickly. And so we know we've got to get through the water. Me, myself, before I have anything or any tea or coffee or anything in the morning, we know we're fasting until 11 or 12 or whatever time. But before I have anything, I've really finished 1 liter of water at least. So I'll drink the water in the morning a lot and it feels fantastic. But drinking too quickly, it's also not so good. So we can just take our time and just a couple of sips at a time rather than sculling a whole bottle all at once. Now, another mistake that some people make is they count all their coffees and teas and whatever else drink as quantity, and no, that doesn't count. We're talking about water, good water, filtered water, because I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So it's water that we count as water, and the rest is all extra. Of course, when you have like a nice herbal tea, it's very healthy as well. But yeah, count your water, prepare it in the morning, measure it, and get it all in by the end of the day. Mistake number 4 is drinking while eating. So I don't know if you've all heard of that, but we've heard about it for many, many years that is not a good idea to drink with the food, to drink while you're eating. For your digestive enzyme, natural digestive enzyme that your body produce, it will disturb the digestive enzyme and the ability to digest. So ideally is to drink half an hour before the meal or half an hour after the meal. So that means you finish your meal, you just go and clean up the mess and do the dishes and make a nice cup of tea or have another glass of water. And so half an hour before or after the meal. Now, number 5 mistake is drinking very, very cold water. And this is a habit that we have. I mean, I don't drink cold water from the fridge, or I never have ice in anything, but we see that a lot here. It's like this in Canada. It's like that when you travel in the US also. And I believe in Australia, New Zealand, I suppose, they serve you a water at the restaurant. There's always ice in the jug. They fill you up with ice and so much ice. And to drink the water cold is not recommended. And living in Asia, in Malaysia, for us for about 9 years, I think we were there, and traveled to many, many different Asian countries. Well, when you go to a restaurant and you ask for a glass of water, they will bring you hot water. A hot water, boiling. First of all, is that we know in Asia, they always want to boil the water whatsoever. Whatever they're going to do with the water, they want it to be boiled first to make sure that it's cleaner. But also, it's so much more healthy for you to drink the water warm. I mean, I drink room temperature, but I know that even warmer water is healthier for you as well. So try this. And mistake number 6 is to drink tap water, which is another big subject. And I will keep it short for today because we can talk about tap water for a long time. And but so tap water, some people, they say their water is hard. So you've heard of that, hard water, some places. Well, when your water is hard, it's because it's got more magnesium and calcium in it. And so it makes your body more alkaline. How is that? So hard water, nothing wrong with that. But of course, it's coming out of the tap. So when they do the water treatment in the plants, in your council, in your city, water treatment plants, they use a product called DPT. It's disinfectant byproduct. And what it does, it removes the magnesium and the calcium from the water. But, we understand they try to do their best to give us clean water because, like you want the water to be as pure as possible. And this is their way of cleaning all the bacteria and the other things that we don't want in our water out of the tap. And so they use that DBP, which takes out the magnesium. And also, we know that in most countries, they still add fluoride to the water. Now, fluoride is another topic that we can talk for a whole call. And we won't, you just Google it. Go and Google your fluoride. It disrupts the thyroid hormone. Okay. And it caused so many problems. So we don't want fluoride, and there's lots of battles everywhere. I know to advise to take water fluoride out of our water. So most countries, most everywhere, they still add fluoride. So hopefully one day they find out about fluoride a little bit more and stop adding that. So which bring me to talking about the good water that we want to drink. We want to drink filtered water. But of course, maybe not everyone has a good water filter at home. So you might want to also buy some water at the supermarket. But also, if we start carrying water, we'll need to carry a lot of water to drink so much, 3 liters a day. And if you go shopping only once a week, you're going to have good muscles because you're going to carry so much water. And of course, if we're going to drink water from the supermarket, they recommend that it is in glass bottle rather than plastic bottle, because we all know that we don't want plastic and all of the bad damage that it can cause. So, okay, let's carry 3 liters of water in glass bottles from the supermarket and see how that goes. So really a good quality water filter, you can really pay it off within about 1 or 2 months of the equivalent of purchasing in the supermarket. So it's worth installing a water filter at home. But also, just another option is the Brita. It's not the best option. I know there's many much better water filter, but really just as a start, using the Brita jug on top of your bench. If you haven't got a water filter until you get it organized, you could do the Brita, so long as you replace the filter regularly. It's a very good alternative. When we travel and we're going to stay in a hotel, again, it's the same problem, carrying all this water, going to the shop all the time to bring water. So I go to most supermarkets have the Brita as well, or go to the Big W or some places, and I buy a small jug, a Brita jug. It costs about $30 or $40 or something. And then that's what I do when I stay in a hotel, and I leave it there or bring it back with me. But that's what I use because this is a much better option than the tap water. So that's what I had for you today about water. And I know there's more. anybody has something to add to this or would like to share any extra information, I'm sure you've heard a lot about water as well. So is Carrie trying to open her mic? Yes. Hello.
So Marie-France, hello Marie-France, it's so nice to see you all.
Good to see you, and we hear you very clear. Thank you.
So what about boiling water? So I mean, what I do in the morning is I've got these mugs that I have, and then I boil the water, put that in, and I actually put my lemon juice in here, lemon and honey. And then I try and drink one of those and then have my breakfast, because I do my fasting slightly differently. I fast
in the
I
evening,
finish
huh?
eating at 2:30. So, and then I top these up again and I just let them cool.
Yeah.
So that's how I do a lot of mine. Yeah. With that,
Yes.
and that seems to be working okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course. Yeah. Boiling, like if you drink it warm or room temperature, it's better than
Yeah.
cold water, definitely.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Okay.
But certainly we recommend to have filtered water because we
Yeah.
don't want
Okay.
fluoride, and we don't want any of this cleaning process
Yeah.
that's in the water. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Steve, you've got a good water filter there, huh? It's a car. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. My water filter, I have a stand. It's got a ceramic base, and there's a very fine ceramic filter at the top, and then there's 7 or 8 mineral filters underneath. And so part of the problem with drinking boiled water, for example, is it removes everything. And so the water becomes very sterile.
Yeah.
So ideally it needs minerals put back into it. So that's what this does. And so I just top it up every morning, and then drink from that through the day. I use that in cooking and when I'm making coffee and all that sort of stuff.
Yes.
As well. That's my water source.
Yeah.
And I've been doing that for probably 3 years now or something. Initially the cost was maybe $100 and something, and I've replaced the filters once. So it's not hugely expensive, and it's far better. Prior to getting that filter, I used to get water delivered.
Buy the water, delivered.
Yeah, and
it was good water too.
It was good water, but it certainly does. The costs add up.
Yes.
And unfortunately, the guy that I used to get the water from retired, and he sold his business to another company, and they were hopeless, just hopeless. And their deliveries were erratic, and so I never had, for a little while there, never had a good, reliable water, on hand. So that's when I decided, okay, look, I'll investigate the filters and bought the filters.
Yeah.
And I don't think about it anymore. That's just the way that it is,
Excellent. Thank you so much. Anyone else wants to share about water, or maybe you want to share about your experience with the program?
Yeah, I just would like to say about my water. And
Yes.
I have a little whiteboard on my fridge, and I have 4 little marks on it every morning. and I have 750 ml bottles. I have 2 on the go, and every time I drink one, I just take a line off, and I have 4 marks. And yeah, if I've done 4, that's I've done my 3 liters plus. So yeah, that works for me. We're on tank water here, so it comes off the roof, and but we have a filter from the sink. A water filter that I drink out of. Yeah, so that's how I do my water.
Excellent. And you're going good with the product, Debbie, huh?
Oh yeah, no, I have. I've lost just 8.5 kilos in 15 weeks, although gotta say the last couple of weeks have been a bit more harder for me, but that's okay. It's going in the right direction. So
I think
yes.
when we sort of drop off a little bit sometimes, like it's the discipline to get really back on track and start again. So that's why we might do like a body system, or say, we all restart again a new week, like we did this last week as well. And that gets you back on track, really. Yeah.
No, I love the program. I love the food that you can eat, and yeah, it's just a lifestyle change, really, and just carrying on down that track. It's great. Wouldn't change it for the world.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you, Debbie.
All right.
Karen, we're listening to you.
Hi, how are you today?
Good.
This last week probably had a few little treats. So, noticing the change. But yeah, I'm probably I've plateaued a bit. Like I'm probably at a weight that my body appears to be comfortable. I've probably only got maybe a couple of kilos left that I would like to lose or drop. Shouldn't say lose.
Yes.
We find lose.
Yeah,
And
yes.
yeah, so and I know within myself that does take some serious work in order for those 2 kilos to come off, because I've done that before. And but I just wanted to touch on the water, and because sometimes we look at the bigger picture and it becomes very overwhelming. So if we think about, for some people, if they fill up, say if they do have a 3-litre container, they look at that and go, oh my goodness, that's just too much. Now, what I love to do at home is, and these are reusing the say the liquid biocell bottles or the aloe drink bottles, repurposing those because they're a 500 ml or they're a 480, 500, just repurposing those, and maybe having a set number in the kitchen, and that way it's not so daunting of how much you don't see it all in one go. And so using those bottles. But it's interesting to hear about the cold water, because that's something that I've been doing. I've been having cold water for such a long time. I fill up the bottles and in the fridge they go. And so that's bless you. So thank you for that information this morning. That has been great. So I'm going to stop doing that. And so much like I think it was Debbie, we are also on tank water and then have the filter on the tap. So
excellent.
So my Steve here, Farmy Steve, he just comes in and he will just turn the tap on and fill a glass and then drink that, and he will do that several times a day, whereas I tend to have the bottles. So but
it's good. It's good, Karen, to have your bottles prepared in Modere bottles as well, because they are great to just grab one. If you just go in the car, you make sure you take one with you, or 2, depending how long you're going to be gone, and they're ready already for you. So it's really, really good. Yeah. And also it's a little bit of advertising. People ask you, oh, what is it that you're drinking? Talking points. Yes.
That's right.
All right, Carrie, tell us how you're going on the program. We want to hear about your weight loss, please.
I'm thrilled.
Me too.
With how
I'm
things
impressed.
are going. I'm really, really thrilled. If we go back to 2021, that's when I started the lean body system. So that's when I was 78 kgs. And, you know, I was starting to look at how can I get this jolly weight off? Because, you know, I'm really active. And I now I understand there were all these hormonal things and stress things and cortisol things and menopause and everything that just kind of like just whacked that weight on. So, and then of course I got down to 70 and then I just got stuck. So for me, the Slimdown program it's been a game changer, honestly. I only did those first 5 days to get myself going, and oh my gosh, that first 5 days really was massive for my system. And then since then I've just carried on with the Slimdown for Life program. But I've got into a routine. Even when the kids were here, there were a couple of things, couple of days, like, and this last week there were a couple of days that, you know, I suppose it was post-COVID, and then, you know, getting back on track again and chatting to the kids and cooking more. But I'm still down to 60 kgs. And I you know, really, I've got probably 2 kgs to go. And I'm not too worried if I do or if I don't lose that. Everyone is seeing the difference in me. I'm feeling the difference. It's just fantastic. I just yeah, I'm thrilled. You know, one of my biggest things in the beginning was also just working out when to do my time restricted eating.
Fasting, yeah.
But now that I've got that sorted, and I do it differently to most of you guys, because I finish at 2:30. I start eating, well, I have my shake at 6:30, and then I finish at 2:30. So, and actually I probably usually finish eating at about 2:15, but then I finish with my Fido Reds in one of my water bottles. So I count that as, that's 2:30. So I just make sure I just do that. And then I just drink from here. So I just, and if necessary, I refill those and I drink some more. And yeah, I mean, I feel like I've now got an eating pattern for life.
Excellent.
And really that's what I've been looking for my whole life, I think, you know.
Wow.
Because I've tried
I'm
all
impressed.
sorts of stuff. Yeah. But I'm no good at weighing stuff and counting calories.
No.
You know, I honestly, and also, Marie-France, I've had to consider all the gluten and the dairy.
Yes.
I can tolerate butter. I can tolerate a tiny bit of cottage cheese. There's still a lot of dairy I can't tolerate. So, you know, I have almond milk, and I've been trying this week oat milk. That doesn't seem to be as good for me. The almond milk seems to be better for me.
The oat milk has more carb in it, so you're better with the almond milk.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
It was just, you know, yeah. So I'm still fiddling. I'm still playing around. But I've got a good routine, and my family doesn't even really notice. So I've got all these little things and extra beans and extra lentils and extra stuff in, and they just eating it.
Yes.
So I'm just doing it.
Excellent.
So yeah.
Well done. This
So,
is just
yeah,
really
so I'm-
great. So
Yeah.
Carrie, just can we just so that to share with everyone, you were 78 kgs when you went on
Yeah.
the lean body system two
Yeah.
and a half years ago or 3 years ago or
Yeah.
so, and
3
then
years ago,
and
yeah.
then you got stuck at around the 70, yeah.
Yeah.
And then now you're at 60. So have you dropped 10 kgs on this program?
10 kgs. 10
Wow.
kgs. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
20,
But Marie-France, I'm still
23
using the lean
pounds.
body system. I'm still using the lean
yeah.
body system with it.
Oh, yes.
And I think that definitely has helped, you know?
Yeah.
So, because that's what I missed in that first week. I really missed the shape and the liquid bicep. So it was so interesting for me. You know, I could feel it in my joints. I just could feel, you know, for whatever reason, those are really good products for me.
Yeah.
So,
And just to
now that
clarify with anyone else listening, so you know, like it's important that if we were on to other extra nutrition, extra outside of the one that we suggest, that we continue even in the 5 day, during the 5 day, but you were under the impression I don't do any extra. So that's where you were missing out on your good nutrition. So the rest of the supplements that we all take, because a lot of us use so many of the Modere product. And so even during your 5 day slim down, you continue using your other one, just being mindful of the time to have it during our eating time is because depending of what it is, but you know, just to make it simple, just let's say that we have it at the breaking fast, that's we start having our extra supplements, have everything, because everything works so well.
Yeah. So I'm thrilled. And you know, after I'd been away, after being sick this time with COVID, I went back, and it's so funny, you know, my Pilates people are like, oh my gosh, look at you. But the thing is, I'm not really doing it for that. You know, I know that we've got to get this weight off. We've got to get the weight off our joints. We've got to get the fat away from our organs.
Yes.
We've got to do this. And for me, of course, also my gut. And I also think that's why I got better quicker this time. I mean, I take the whole Axis range, as well as the lean body, as well as all these other things that we do for this, the minerals and stuff. So, you know, I think supporting my gut, and I've been doing that, you know, since April last year, because I have to. I think eventually your body just responds to these things, but it does take time.
Yes.
And I think that's also, well, I'm hoping that all that work that I did, even though it felt like sometimes I wasn't winning, but I think all that work that I did has really stood me in good stead for this.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Exactly. Wow.
Yeah. So I'm very happy.
Well, thank you so much for sharing, Carrie. We yes, and congratulations. We see that you are so committed to this, and you're the proof that follow the program and it works. Yes.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I'm helping other women. You know, there's so many women exactly in that same situation.
Yes.
And I mean, we get stuck, and we get tired of all these diet fads, and you know, you just get tired of that. And really what we want is we want a way to eat for our stage in life.
Exactly. Yes.
And that's the key thing. And this is it. This gives us that. And it's just a matter of just keeping going and trusting that process. Some of us will take a bit longer than others, because our body still, our cells and our gut and everything still has to alter.
Yes.
We can't see all of that all the time, you know, but just keep going. Just keep going.
Yes.
And that's the thing. I can't tell you how many people I am talking to about this. It's just that some people are still stuck in even making a decision because they just like, I'm so sick of these things, you know. But that's the other thing, you know. I've done this for me, but I've also done it to show other women
Yeah.
that menopause or no menopause, you can do this. And this is a really good way of living.
Yes.
And it's a really good way for also then taking our story and sharing with others. And actually, Marie-France, it's actually cheaper. It's
Well,
cheaper.
yes. Yeah.
Anyway,
Absolutely.
so yeah, so I'm thrilled.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Hey,
you,
thanks
thank you.
everyone. If someone wants to share some extra, raise your hand now. Open your microphone if you want to share a little bit more. But I think that we can conclude our Zoom call. Thank you everyone for sharing today, and thank you for being with us. It's been really, really, really great to hear from all of you. And don't forget your water. Cheers, everyone. See you next week. Cheers.
Bye, everyone.